A bad Sprint phone. Anyway, I'm sorry.
But my thing in reference to that, what exactly does it say in the Bible? What's the passage? What's it referring to, an eye for an eye? Because I don't think it's talking about death.
Well, what it says, thou shalt not call us and have a bad call like that.
Well, I'm scared of everything.
Well, we're gonna go to Chicago. We got to go to Chicago. We got Evelyn from Chicago who just called. What's up, Evelyn?
Hi. How are you?
Hey.
I have a bit of a cold, so bear with me.
Oh, I thought someone was in your throat.
I'm like, shit. I was talking with your fist down your throat.
What's up, Evelyn?
Maybe.
Gargling Coca-Cola.
I do have a coke trying to get the frog out my throat.
Well, all right, feel better. Get a little cognac in there.
I'll try that tonight. But what I wanted to say, and especially in reference to the last caller, yes, the Bible says an eye for an eye. But the Bible also says to turn the other cheek. That eye for an eye is an Old Testament saying, and it does not refer or apply to the New Testament. I don't have a problem with the death penalty, except that they try to use it as a deterrent. If I murder you and I got 20 years before you murder me, I don't care. Nobody's afraid of the death penalty. If you start hanging people in the street, 20 minutes after they're convicted, then yes, it's a deterrent. People will be afraid of that.
I don't
But
want
the
to see a
death penalty
hanging
as
in
a
the street.
deterrent.
That's going to fuck up traffic.
I know. Can you imagine them hanging people on Sunset?
Hey,
God damn.
They're going to be hanging people on Sunset.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to see a public hanging.
I'd be okay with it on the light post, because then you can run the light and don't worry about getting the light tag.
Jesus, Lou.
Or maybe,
Can we hang Lou's jokes in the street?
But she made a...
maybe on the bridge.
That's got to be murder. But what she said was, but I do kind of agree with her, if I'm sentenced to death, whatever my crime had been, and they sentence me to death, don't let me sit there for 20 years and then put me to death. So because like what she's saying, they're using the death penalty as a deterrent. But if I know I got 20, 30 years, I can be on it. It's not a deterrent. She said if you can prove, when say Johnny Mac just went out and killed 3 of Lou Dix's jokes, you know what I'm saying, which I think is lawful, and then they found me guilty of this crime, let's do away with Johnny Mac right now. But instead of making Johnny Mac and taxpayer dollars, the prison is overcrowded in all these situations. Why am I leaving Johnny Mac alive for 20 years? Before we get to you, Lou Dix, because we don't want to cut you off, but I really do want to cut you off. We're going to go to Cali. We're going to stay right in Cali. We got Tony, my man. Tony. What's up, Tony? Might not be a man.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Y'all got a good show.
Still not sure if it's a man or not. Still not sure.
Thank you.
What's up, Tony?
Hey, they got a great show going on. It's a great conversation. But the main thing we need to consider is the state law says you got to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
At the time, he was guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
But now, and later, they recanting this story, and you talking about Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. It's still racism going on in 1989. So they could be grabbing people up.
But hold on, I'm not defending Georgia or saying it's right or wrong. But at the time, you got if you read the case, 7 of the jurors were black, so we can't say the white folks did it. We can't say that. You got 7 black people. You got 7 black people in a jury.
Yes, but if you got 7 witnesses coming up on the witness stand, pointing at you, saying you did it, as a juror, you gonna want to believe what the witness is saying.
Yeah.
There was no gun ever found, so you can't link them with fingerprints.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead, Brandon. You want to say something?
Well, I actually want to address this to Johnny Mac because he keeps saying something and it's throwing me off here. Thanks a lot for the call. Johnny Mac, you keep saying that originally he was convicted because he had 9 witnesses that said he did it, and because the witnesses have decided that they thought that their testimony that they gave originally was because they recanted. Are you saying that because they said it one way initially that that's how they have to stick to it and he should die? Because that's throwing me off, Johnny Mac. Did you hear what I said?
No, say it again. I got caught most of it, but say it again.
You keep saying that, well, originally they said that they saw him do it, and never mind that they have recanted their statement.
I'm not saying that. That's what the if you read the case or whatever happened, that's what happened. I'm not saying this on my own judgment.
No, she's saying that you're saying that because they recanted.
You're saying that's not what I feel like you're saying they should stick to what they said, and therefore he should be put away because they said it first.
Yeah.
Here's what happens when you go to testify against Johnny Mac. Whatever you say at the time, they say, Brandon, did you see the assailant, the person who allegedly shot? He said, yes, it was Johnny Mac, right?
What if I was wrong?
Well, I can't go by what you was wrong.
So you should just die?
You don't need to say it if you don't feel like it's 100% proper at the beginning.
At the time,
of course, but mistakes happen. I'm not.
No. 9 times?
7, not yet.
9 times the mistake.
Mistakes happen. coercion happens,
Yeah.
Yes, it
corruption
does.
happens.
But if-
you don't know what kind of pressure those
But listen
people
what I'm
were
saying.
under.
If I'm coerced to lie for you, first of all, when I get on the stand, they tell me, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And you said yes. Okay, so we're gonna take your word as a witness for what you're saying. If you was, I'm not blaming Troy Davis. So if we're gonna talk about the 9 witnesses,
But according to
we're gonna talk about the 9 witnesses. The 9 witnesses are supposed to tell the truth. That's why we got you as a witness. You were supposed, and we got somebody doing research to see the ethnicity of these 9 witnesses.
Is there an F in that?
Yeah, let's see if they were black or white, whatever the case
It
might have
doesn't-
been.
I don't think it really matters what their ethnicity
It does
is.
matter.
No,
It does matter.
Here's the thing that I think matters: whether or not they saw him do it or did not see him do it. I don't care what they said. If they said
When
it wrong,
did they change your answer?
here's the thing:
You
if they
can't
change
do that.
No, I'm asking, when did
I
they
don't-
change your answer?
I don't know exactly when
It's
they
like
changed their
13, 16 years later.
That's why.
But what if what they changed their answer to is the right answer? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're saying just because they said it wrong in the beginning that he should die?
So when do I believe you, then or now?
If there's a doubt,
so
then
what-
maybe they shouldn't put
But
the
let me
guy
ask you
to
this,
death.
Brandon. So why would I believe you now? So you just basically saying I lied then.
No, she
But
might
I'm
have
coming
said-
in now to tell the truth. How am I, as a jury, who am I going to believe, you then or you now?
Now,
Well, I mean,
this my question is, like, the 7 people who recanted, who went to him and talked to him, got him to recant? Why did they say,
That sounds like coercion right there.
That's what I
could
wanted.
be.
You feel me? I wanted to find out what were they thinking then, and now what were they thinking now?
What was
You
they
feel me?
thinking when they said guilty, the sentence is death? Should you want to say, hey, I made a mistake?
Let me recant now.
Let me recant now. Am I going to recant 13, 14 years later?
This joint scaring me though, because
It
everybody
scaring
talking
me.
about thou should not kill, and all. I ain't killing nothing else from here on out. To this day, mosquitoes.
Roach is going to live forever in your crib.
Shoot,
The
God,
Roach Motel going to be like fully furnished.
that's where I go up there, and God be like, "Hey, you know you killed 32 mosquitoes, and they all right here. They all right here for your judgment."
So
Here
your
they-
wing can have a gang of mosquitoes and roaches on it. Yeah, your heaven situation going to be really terrible for eternity. We're about to go to Boston. Love the clam chowder, and they got some great steak and lobsters in Boston.
They
Love
do.
that. And
Why do you know all the food everywhere?
I've traveled.
Hey,
My
Mike.
goddamn-
What's
And he
up,
was
Mike?
hungry.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? What you say, Mike?
My
What you say?
Southwest
Right.
passport is on
Right.
full.
Hey, he said it right because I travel. Because I'm from Louisiana, but I travel a lot. You know, they wasn't going to reverse that for one because it would have put a big loophole in showing how wrong the system is today. The system been wrong for about a century. But what I really wanted to kind of touch base on is that the reason why they wait so long to put people to death on death row is you got to realize us as taxpayers pay $23,000 a year per inmate. And
30 in California.
Oh, it's 30 in California. There you go. And you got to realize, think about it. That's 20 years that we're going to be paying that much money for one inmate. Heck, it costs less to send one of our children to Alabama A&M for school. That lets you know what's wrong with us in general. Basically, the whole system.
No, because if you wanted to go to Alabama A&M, you should have went instead of committing a crime.
Yeah.
I don't get what you're saying. I mean,
I just feel like people try to get a pass for doing bad. You feel me?
go ahead, Red.
I think that we are grown enough, even our kids are grown enough to understand you don't go and shoot people. And you don't go and kill people.
Right.
You don't go do dumb stuff. Go to the party, have fun, stop being ignorant, stop being mad and angry
Right.
and all of that. You know,
I go to
so-
a party to catch girls. I ain't got time for some dude hollering at me. Fuck Johnny Mac. I don't want to hear that. I'm on
Didn't you get mad
Johnny
at
Mac,
somebody
you
at
can
college?
just talk about you knock people out
I
at
beat
parties.
somebody.
But what
I
if
beat
you would've
somebody
killed him
up.
by
I beat
accident?
somebody up. I did not kill him.
But
Thank
what
you
if
so
you
much.
would have killed him
But
by
he didn't.
accident?
He didn't.
But I used these hands though.
He didn't kill
It
him.
doesn't matter how you
But I'm
kill
just
him.
saying.
Y'all can't have it both
But
ways.
let's get back to the subject.
It's
Let's get
manslaughter.
back to the subject. The subject is, like they said, it is a flawed system. I know that. Everybody knows that. It's a flawed system. I'm not saying whatever happened with Troy, because I wasn't there, so I don't know. I'm just going by what I read and what I've read. You know what I'm saying about this brutal murder in 1989. He was convicted in 1991. And like the young man said earlier, if this is going to happen, I have years and years and years to file an appeal, get another trial, and such a thing. Whatever case might have happened. I'm not saying what they did to Troy Davis is right. I'm not saying that by no means. But if the 9 witnesses lied, then they should be brought up on charges because you just put an innocent man to death.